So,
Probably.
yeah. Well, us smart people that got good jobs.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, I worked with helos.
So
you were a crew chief, weren't you?
Well, no, I was airframers, but I became an aerial observer, aerial gunner.
What's a airframer?
Well, kind of what it sounds like. I worked on the airframes of the aircraft. But when I went in, they were just in the process of combining sheet metal and hydraulics into one job and calling it airframes. I was actually trained hydraulics on the aircraft and had to learn at the shop basically how to work on the airframe of the aircraft. So,
yeah.
So yeah, my son is a flight line mechanic taking care of engines, transmissions, gearboxes, all the fun stuff, basically knuckle draggers, it's, you ain't got to be smart to be a mechanic, you start moving up.
You got flight time though, don't you?
Me, yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
how did you get flight time?
Well, eventually, once I became a aerial observer, aerial gunner, because once I got, basically got some rank and got, a billet, I was a collateral duty inspector on the aircraft. They allow us to become, the observers where we basically help the crew chiefs on the aircraft. We fly and left side of the aircraft is our responsibility. So, and we just basically do whatever they tell us to do and ask us,
So what's the difference between an aerial observer and the crew chief?
The crew chief actually goes to school. Like that's his MOS. It's an actual MOS where they go to school and they get all the training to aircraft specific stuff. And they're in charge of the aircraft. You got the pilot and the co-pilot who signed for the aircraft, but really the crew chief is the guy that's in charge of it. It's kind of his aircraft. And then as an observer gunner, we're just helping him as an extra set of eyes, an extra set of hands, and, crew coordination, taking care of everything, everybody working together. It's just somebody else on the aircraft to help. So,
okay. Well, as some of you may know, I was a red patcher, and red patchers do all the logistics stuff. So you're welcome, just in case. But, no, we do a lot of flight line stuff. So I thought it was very coincidental that whenever we first met, because you worked on 53s, and when I was in, the 53s were like the main thing that we were working on. We were doing all of our external lists with 53s, and then whenever the 22 started getting really big, I think it's more whenever the Delta started getting replaced with the Ospreys is when we started doing the external lifts with those. And man, they suck so much. They're so bad. And the 46s, I mean, they struggle to lift anything.